This is Umar for IFL TV. We're in the beautiful kingdom of Saudi Arabia here in Riyadh. Your brother opens up Riyadh season. Just before we get into that, Shane, we're just having a little loose chat over there about interviews and how many YouTube channels there are in the game. I didn't actually know you watch all the interviews as well, Shane, like you've been telling me.
Yeah, I watch them all. Listen, I live a very boring life, so I watch them all. And I know who've got it in for and who have not got it in for, so yeah. Not like it matters, but yeah, I do watch them all. It's good to watch, aren't they? If you're a boxing fan, I like watching them. Even if it don't concern Tyson, I watch.
What do you think?
Heavyweight interviews about, like, you know, the heavyweight and the main stuff, what's going on.
What do you think about the whole interview and YouTube scene? Because it's changed over the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved now, isn't there? A lot of people's involved with it, and they must be doing all right because they wouldn't be doing it. But there's a lot of seems to be a lot of business, doesn't it?
It does. Anyways, as I said, your brother opens up Riyadh season. The journey he's gone on, sort of from, after the Klitschko fight, we all know what happened. Then everyone wrote him off after the Sefri and Pianeta fights as well, before he went in there with Deontay Wilder. To reach this point where he's opening up one of the biggest festivals in the world, Shane, this is a big point in his career, and he's achieved a lot already.
Yeah, listen, what he's doing at the minute is just unbelievable, isn't it, for someone normal? But I suppose you've got to start somewhere, The Pianeta fights and the other Safari fights, they're just what they was, weren't they? There was training camps and a paycheck at the end of it, just being under lights. It was what it was. Wasn't trying to fool anyone. Listen, fighters, I have no problem with fighters having getting built and easy touches. But what I have got a problem with, fights getting made, shit fights, and shit fights getting made and try and build up to something what they're not. Like Eddie does it a lot. Like, who's Joshua next fighting? I know. It sounds like I've got it in for Joshua. Not like he gives a shit. You know what I mean? You're asking me questions, and I'm waffling on. But like Eddie Hearn, who's Joshua fighting? Well, we're thinking of Zhang. We're thinking of
Wilder.
We're thinking of all these, and he's done it, and not just this time. He's done it. He keeps on doing it. Like, we're thinking of all these big names. So you think, yeah, that'll be what any one of them's good. And then he goes and fights someone like dog shit, what he can beat easy, But really, we've been built up for something else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, you've got these minds, so he's mentioned six opponents, and then it's not one of them six, it's someone he's mentioned a few others. He's mentioned the Zhang and so on. But then there's Agi Kibel, and then there's the other idiot with the
Manuel
Char in there. I can guarantee it's not going to be any of the top fighters. It'll be one of them two.
In terms of Tyson, what's happening here? We've seen the promotion across the Las Vegas sphere. We've seen it at Tower Bridge with the statues. We saw it at the Grand Arrivals last night in Riyadh. Your brother's face all over Boulevard World. There's been stuff in Tokyo. I mean, what His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh and Riyadh season are doing with this promotion I've never seen anything like it in terms of a boxing capacity. Shane, would you go along with that?
100%, yeah. I've listen, you can see it from a mile off, the lights and the pictures. It was a spectacular thing. I tried picturing it and taking a picture of it, but the phone what I've got is shite, and it wouldn't get it all in, so it's pointless. I'm sure there's videos of it. It is amazing what's being done, but it couldn't be done in a normal boxing event. If, for an example, Frank Warren tried to do this whilst wanting to earn a few quid at the end of it, it couldn't be done because it's not financially business sense to do so. This advertising, what you're seeing, is costing tens of millions of pounds, and it's just not feasible for a business venture to do it. So a normal promoter and a normal fight, you wouldn't be seeing it in the world. But because the Saudis, it's not just about the money. They've got money. They're trying to get the picture out that it's the best place on earth to be, and so on. And basically it's for different reasons. They're not worried about earning some money back. They're on about making it as big and as nice as possible.
And
And in all fairness, yeah, I was sat outside of Harrods the other day. Me and Tyson was having a coffee. We went to go up there for something, and sat outside, and I've got a watch on, and I was thinking it. I thought, better take my watch off and put it in my pocket. And then Tyson said it, yeah. That's Tyson, the heavyweight champion of the world, and this is me, a big fat gorilla, yeah. Two gypsies sat outside having a coffee. So you think we're not going to get bothered, or wouldn't enter a mind. But I took my watch off, and he took his watch off, and we put them in our pockets. I was at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. Not 3 o'clock, it might have been fucking 12 o'clock last night. And coming back from the press thing, and there was a few of us in the car, and we was hungry, me brother and cousin Phil. We pulled over. I never felt one bit like it never even entered my mind.
What watch have you got on there?
Just a scrap shitty watch. But
Okay, say you had a 30
listen.
grand Rolex and you left it there, went up to your room for 3 or 4 hours, and it'd still be there here in Riyadh.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I wouldn't want to chance it, but I know it would be.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it's a nice. Listen, it's got a long way to go. Everything's here, but they've got to get the name out of here. Listen, before I come here, yeah, I heard that much about it. I wasn't allowed to look at someone in the eye. If a woman walked past, I'd look on the floor. They're so friendly. I was walking down the road, some randomer pulled up. He said, "Do you need a lift anywhere?" Nothing to do with anyone, just a normal man in a normal car. He pulled up out of his own business, and he pulled up to us, and he spoke English, because all of them speak English.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And he just said, "Do you need taken anywhere?" Just nice people, and it's not because we're in a nice flash hotel and whatever, and they've got to be nice to you because you're paying a fucking $1,500 a night. We've been on the streets last night, walking up and down, having a look what's about, and they just seem all right. They just seem nice people.
Yeah,
in all fairness.
It's genuine. Like as you said about that car example there, and if you needed a lift, you could trust it. If that happened in London and some randomer pulled over to you, run 1,000,000 miles, you wouldn't even think about getting a car.
Listen, places what I've been going to, fucking years. I'm worried about like you say, wearing a watch or you know, and I do it, but it's all I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, listen, they could see me eating some food in a little cafe in Manchester, yeah, because the best places to eat in Manchester are the back streets, nice, authentic food, and it's good stuff, yeah. But they're in like little back street fucking jobbies.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking these people seeing me with fucking a bit of a watch on or something or whatever, go out and then come back with the boys and come and take the watch off me. That's what's entering my mind. Do you know what I mean? So when that's entering someone's mind like that, things have got rough, haven't they? So what I'm trying to say is, out here, don't enter your mind.
No, don't. You're at peace of mind.
I'm at peace of mind. I'm not trying to give anyone a fucking blowjob or anything like that. I'm just saying what it is. It's a grown place, and the people seems to be nice around here. But we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. I know they're doing a good job, and whoever we've come across, it seems to be they seem to want to help you and so on. So yeah, it's good so far. I'm missing my kids because I'm a family man. I've been over here like 10, 12 days. The time I go home, but yeah, it's been good so far.
One thing I know from conversations out here is that your brother, Frank Warren, Bob Arum, have built up a really good relationship with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and the people at Riyadh season. Obviously, this dynamics changed a bit because the last few years, in terms of boxing in Saudi, obviously Skills Challenge were doing it with Eddie and Joshua. They were leading the way here. I think everything's changed now. Your thoughts on that, Shane?
Listen, it's good that we're fortunate enough for the Turki Al-Sheikh and the rest of the team around him that have took an interest to Tyson. So we're fortunate for that. We're obviously grateful of that. But we just got to see where it goes. Just get the fights in. Like Tyson said in an interview the other day, his biggest thing is activity. With the men what's on board now, we can see a plan 6 months in advance. You know, he's 30, whatever, he's 35 now. He hasn't got long left really. In hindsight, realistically, I'd like him to get out of it as soon as he's done his job with what he needs to do. But if he does want to go on, what's the best he can do? A couple of years, you know. Realistically, I'm a realistic person. He hasn't showed signs of decreasing at the minute, but I am aware of it, that you go overnight. It's, you know, so.
Well, it's a good job then in 8 weeks, if what we're hearing is true about December 23rd, him and Oleksandr Usyk will be getting on out here.
Yeah, the more and more I'm listening and hearing stories about Oleksandr Usyk, the less and less I'm liking him and disrespecting him, to be fair. You know, I can't go into it, but we're not happy about certain stuff. But the more and more we get into him, the more and more it is what it is.
What do you mean?
No, I can't go into it, but we've got our own opinions about it. But yeah.
What about Usyk?
Yeah, listen.
What, has he said something or?
No. Listen, we can't go into it. When Tyson fights Oleksandr Usyk, it's not going to be an event. It's going to be demolition. He's not going to... Listen, by all means, Tyson can stand off and outbox Oleksandr Usyk.
He's not going to do that, though, is he?
No, he's going to walk straight through him and demolish him. Because a natural 14-stone man, he's a natural 23-stone man. Yeah, it's not going to happen. He's 19 stone, and he's as fit as a fiddle. And if Usyk can deal with that, we've got to take our hats off and say, obviously, the better man. But we are super confident. You can hit Tyson in the bollocks. Go and hit him. Let him get hit in the bollocks. He's not going to roll up and down like that there. I know that bollock pain, yeah? Once you get hit in it, you're crippled, aren't you? But how long does it last? It's not an instant pain for a start, and what's it last? Max 30 seconds? You're back bright. Listen, you've got to have a bit of mental toughness and that there. And Tyson, what Tyson is, what there's not a lot of in fighting, in boxing, he is a genuine, natural fighting man. He's a fighting man. He's not a boxer. He can box, but he's a natural fighting man. And that's the difference between Tyson and a lot of them. Now, the old school greats, that separated them from the rest of the men who he was fighting. But yeah, he's a natural, genuine fighting man, and we'll see. And if anyone can beat him, we'll take our hats off. No one can beat Tyson. The only way Tyson can be beat is nailed to the canvas, which is possible, and there's a good chance in heavyweight boxing, isn't there? But barring that, no one can beat him.
Shane, when I spoke to your brother Tyson at the launch press conference in London for the Ngannou fight, he was talking about the Usyk-Dubois fight, and he said Usyk jacked there. He's got quit in him. Do you agree with that?
Listen, I seen a little slimy little way of going on, and he took full advantage. But yeah, no, I don't know if the man quit or not. Listen, it's not for me to badmouth anyone. Is any boxer what's climbing through them ropes? And he's a very excellent boxer. He's a really good boxer, isn't he? Probably one of the best. But there's weight categories for a reason in smaller weights, and just because you weigh over 200 pounds, there's weight categories for a reason. And the only reason why I've got this little bits of sliminess, because there's certain things going on, but we're not totally happy with. But it's what it is.
Okay. You believe he stops him in the first half of the fight?
Looking at the last fight, I think, yeah, it depends what sort of Tyson wants to come out. If Tyson wants to go to him and set about him royal, listen, he's an hard man to keep off. And he's not some stiff idiot what's got a jab and a right hand. He can fight in close, he can fight range, mid-range. He's a solid puncher, he's fast, he can move his feet. Listen, he's not an easy man to beat, Tyson, is he? And he's got a pair of bollocks bigger than this hotel when it comes down to it. And he's actually quite tough, isn't he?
Where do you think these other heavyweights, obviously Joshua had 2 cracks at it, Dubois had his chance. I know a lot of people feel like Dubois was a leader punch. Where have they gone wrong, Shane?
No, I just felt like the pair of them fought his game. There was fencing. Have you watched in the Olympics where they're playing the sword fighting?
Come in, Spencer.
No. Listen, he loves a bit of fame, this man. You'll get your shot in a minute.
He deserves it.
You'll get your shot in a minute. Listen, yeah. Have you watched in the Olympics? They've got the sword fight and the fencing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched it. I've seen it.
Side on like that there.
I've seen it in the Bond film as well.
Yeah, you've got big men, 17, 18 strong, what can lift a car up and tip on its side, fencing with a man naturally a couple of stone lighter than him. What's a better fencer than him? They let Usyk control the centre of the ring and push them back. There wasn't at one point, in both of them fights, that Usyk was on his back foot boxing. I watched that last fight and I come to the conclusion Usyk don't even try to box on the back foot. He'll try and run away with his hands above his head, let them do what they're doing, and then try and claim the centre of the ring and push them back and then start throwing punches. Good luck with that with Tyson. And that's what I've seen. Usyk didn't beat them. I believe they beat themselves with just not throwing it down and gambling. Because they ain't fighting men. The boxers. I'm not saying I'm a fighting man, but I'm just a fan with an opinion. That's my opinion. And I know it's a lot harder to do. Easier said than done. You should have done this, I should have done that. But you're 6 rounds down, you're getting your head boxed off with you. Why didn't you just fucking go for it? And again, I judge everyone off of Tyson. They're not all Tyson, are they? Because I know what if he's 2 rounds down and he can't outbox, he knows that this man's too tricky for me in 2 rounds, so I'm going to go and take it to this bastard. And we're going to go for it. And if he can beat me then, leave him beat me. I'm going to try my best till the fight ends or I get knocked out. One of the two. That's his attitude, and that's who I judge everyone off. But everyone's not like that. So it's probably unfair for me to give my opinion. Because my opinion's probably not reasonable in the real world.
Your brother.
And look at him, the state of him. He's a fat sausage, isn't he? But can he fight, and is he fit, and is he strong?
He's coming, 1 second.
You know, it's what it is. So I judge people off of that. And it's... look at that. Please put that camera on him.
Come in here.
Look at him. Yeah, that's the greatest fighter in the world. Arguably the greatest ever been. And look at him. Makes no difference. Look at them.
What do you say, Klitschko? Look at me.
That's what beat you, fat man. Listen, it obviously means nothing, does it? Get the camera on him.
No,
He's got to come down.
yeah, got come down.
Come on, sit down.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, so in there, I'm judging. Can you see?
No.
What? Sit down, Tyson.